Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again for our bi-weekly guided meditation and Dharma talk, whereas tonight's Dharma talk will be on starting your Dharma practice. Starting something new can be exciting and yet intimidating at the same time, and kind of highlight some useful ways, some skillful ways for you to begin such a wonderful journey, a wonderful path for you to embark on. And so, again, welcome and thank you. Today is January 20, I'm sorry, it's not January, it's February 20th, right, 2023. We will start off with a wonderful guided meditation that certainly aligns and helps nurture that starting your Dharma practice, just accepting where you are. Because accepting where we are before we begin something new gives us a point to reflect upon as we continue our practice or nurture it or even develop it. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a Dharma practice or maybe you learn how to or start jogging or something like that, right? We accept where we are. Day one of training, right? Learning where we are. So we can move forward with awareness and non-judgmental awareness as well, and compassion and empathy towards ourselves. So go ahead and get yourself into that nice, comfortable position. You may close your eyes or keep them slightly open with a soft focus, looking in front of you if you choose. Whatever works best for you is always the best way. Go ahead and breathe in. Pause. And slowly breathe out, either through your nostrils or through your mouth, whatever works best for you. Go ahead and allow that nice half smile to just rest upon your face as well. Allow your spine to lift and your shoulders to soften. Sitting erect, but not stiff. Go ahead and soften your belly as you continue settling in. Breathe in. Pause. And breathe out. Nice and slowly. And let's meditate on accepting where we are, right here, right now. Go ahead and bring those nice, warm awareness or attention to any emotions that you may be feeling in this present moment. They could be feelings of joy or feelings of uncertainty, feelings of boredom, feelings of excitement, or even neutral feelings. Whatever you're feeling right here, right now, is where you are. And then for the next few moments, just allow yourself to let go of any judgments that you feel that are associated with those feelings. Just let them go. Accepting what you're feeling as it is, and only as it is. And breathe in. Pause. And breathe out. Good. Now go ahead and bring your kind awareness to any physical sensations that you are experiencing right here and right now. Sensations you're experiencing, they could be the air blowing on your skin. Could be a little pet, your cat or dog, maybe walking by, just gently brushing up against you. Or maybe you're feeling a little hungry. Or maybe there's a little cramp in your foot or the back of your neck. Whatever that sensation is you're experiencing, it's happening right here, right now. For the next few moments, allow yourself to let go of any judgment associated with those physical sensations. Just accept them for what they are and only what they are. Breathe in. Pause. And breathe out. We know that whatever we're experiencing, positive, neutral, or negative, it's temporary. It too is impermanent, and it won't last. Go ahead and begin to open your eyes slowly and reorientate yourself. Be careful if you're going to stand up or shift. Very nice. Very nice. It's February where I'm at. Well, I guess it's February everywhere, but it's cold where I am, so I still have to have my nice warm tea. Keep me warm on these cold winter evenings. Spring's getting ready to come about. What? Next month? What? March 20th, something like that. New season coming. Seasons in our lives, right? Seasons on the planet. Continuous, right? Continuous cycles. But always changing. Right? Just like we do. We change. Perspectives, ideas. We let go of what is no longer needed, and we warmly embrace what nurtures us. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. How we can start our own Dharma practice, our own mindfulness. Right? Mindfulness and Dharma practice, they truly go together. They're not separate, right? They're interbeing. And starting something new can very often feel intimidating, right? If you've ever done a sport, right? Especially a team sport. Maybe you played volleyball or field hockey or football or American football, right? Maybe you're not so skilled with your footwork. Maybe you're not too skilled with a hockey stick. So that can be kind of intimidating. We always feel that somebody knows more than we do. And that will be true. There will be somebody who knows more than you do. More than I do. That's how we can learn from one another. And we also want to know everything there is about that new endeavor, right? Whether it's a sport, in this case, the Dharma practice, right? We want to know everything that there is about it and to know it as quickly as possible, right? And when you see others practicing the Dharma, maybe you feel a little bit inadequate, right? You may feel a little inadequate if you decide to compare yourself to someone else. And so it can be, starting something new can be intimidating, right? There's a lot to learn. Doesn't matter what it is, right? There's a lot to learn. It's a new skill. It's a new mindset. It's a new way of being, a new way of looking at life, a new way of living life. But when you embark on your new Dharma life, right, you're opening up your Dharma heart, it's important to be patient. Be patient with yourself. And no matter how old you are, you're not behind. Right? Everybody's journey is different. There's 8 billion people of us, on this planet. Everyone's different. No one has that same journey. And sure, we may interact with them. We may cross paths. We may help each other. We may be just walking by each other, right? There's many different ways to interact with someone. But you are where you are, and they are where they are. And that's okay. So remember, you're not behind. It's important to understand that. So, patience. And it's important to realize, too, that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. People are never too far ahead, nor are they too far behind. Right? That's a comparison that we have been taught to consider. Oh, you're in 10th grade, you're supposed to be doing X, Y, Z. Oh, you're in 3rd grade, you're supposed to be doing A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. But you are exactly where you are supposed to be. And when you cultivate patience and empathy for yourself, compassion for yourself, that will help you continue to walk the path that you are just embarking on. And that's a wonderful path. And it's also important to maybe reflect on why you want to start a Dharma practice. Right? Could be many reasons. Ask yourself, why do you want to change your lifestyle? Why do you want to adopt a new philosophy? What is it that hasn't been working? Remember, non-judgmental, right? Maybe we just want to understand, right? We're opening up our Dharma heart for ourselves. And the answer to that question, it can be a wide range of answers. There's not one right answer. There's not a wrong answer, right? It just may simply be, I want to ease my own suffering. Right? Non-judgmental. Doesn't matter what that answer is, right? Just gives us a place to start, right? Just gives us a place to start that step. Remember that saying, every journey begins with 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step, right? And that's just where we start. It's not a big deal. It's all small steps, right? If you're going to start marathon training, probably not going to start with a 26-mile run on day one, right? Just small steps. So when it's enough to simply start out with curiosity. What is a Dharma practice? What do I need to do? Do I have to change all of my life? Or just portions of it? Right? So it's just enough to have that simple curiosity about, well, what is a Dharma practice? What goes into it? And some really lovely ways or resources certainly lie within books and readings. And I would recommend just starting off with the Dhammapada. Right? Just sayings from the Buddha. And there are many, many copies of this around, and you can get free PDFs all over the place, right? Off the internet. You can always download them anywhere you like. But they give you a really good insight on perspectives, ways of life, philosophies, wholesome actions, virtuous actions. So the Dhammapada is a great place to start. And then the Four Noble Truths. Something that we've mentioned in many videos here and writings as well, blog posts about the Four Noble Truths. And then dealing with that fourth Noble Truth, the Noble Eightfold Path. So there are a lot of books. There are a lot of books on many different levels, but just pick something general. You don't have to get too specific. We don't have to get deep into it at this level, right? It's just enough to open up that awareness. This is what the Four Noble Truths are, or this is what the Noble Eightfold Path is, or this is the chapter on the flowers, right, or the choices in the Dhammapada. This is what they're talking about. So it's a great place to start. And again, many free resources out there. And just pick one and start with. I'd start with the Dhammapada. To supplement those readings, a lot of videos out there. Right? We even have a nice little series just on beginning mindfulness, right? Because mindfulness is a part of your Dharma practice, being aware, cultivating compassion and empathy, right, towards yourself and towards others. Understanding that there is meaning in everything that we do, right? When we take the time to see what our daily actions really consist of, we can find joy in them. Everything from drinking tea to cutting carrots to boiling spaghetti to walking to work to even driving to work or sitting in traffic, right? There are many aspects to mindfulness, and they all support your Dharma practice. One of the first steps that I undertook was also starting a daily practice, a daily meditation practice, a morning practice, an afternoon practice, and an evening practice. And so my morning meditation is a little bit on the longer side, right? I'm not going to mention any times, but I want you to figure out what's right for you, right? You figure out what's right for you. So maybe getting up a little bit earlier before maybe other members in your household. But I like to have my morning meditation to be the longest, simply because that's how I set the tone for my day. Right? I can focus a little bit on where I would like to try to be, or qualities that I want to embrace, or even well wishes towards someone else who may be going through a hard time. My afternoon meditations are a little bit shorter, right? A little bit shorter, but they're there. And remember, your meditations can be of your choosing, right? Times of your choosing. If you want to do it on your lunch break, you do it on your lunch break. If you have to walk out to your car and maybe sit there for 10 or 15 minutes with your eyes closed and practicing your breath, that's what you do. And then my evening meditation, probably about another 10 or 15 minutes, directly right before I go to bed. I reflect on the day. Was I skillful in one action and maybe not so skillful in another? How I can improve. And sometimes my evening meditation is not just sitting. Sometimes it's journaling, right? Maybe I'll journal, Maybe I read something today, right? What did I read about, right? Or maybe some activities I did. Maybe I went for a longer walk, right? And maybe I reflect on how that activity or what I read supported my mindfulness or my Dharma practice. So evening meditation is a really good opportunity to, again, you can sit there in a formal meditation or you can sit there and journal. It's up to you. Eating, right? We all eat, right? So we can include eating in our Dharma practice, right? Did we take our time or did you rush through? Right? And we focus on eating, not the other distractions. So don't use your cell phone. Don't read the news, right? Or don't have conversations. Maybe just focus on the food. I am moving my hand to my mouth. The food is going into my mouth. I'm chewing the food. It can be a part of your daily Dharma practice as well. Speaking is important too, as a part of our Dharma practice. We don't go around telling everyone, hey, I'm practicing the Dharma. I am practicing to better my life. We don't necessarily make those bold and boisterous announcements, right? So speaking, right, is a great way for us to illustrate that for others, right? Well, did we use harsh words in our conversations, or did we use kind words? So we don't use profanity, right? We don't use profanity when we speak. Remember, we are practicing the Dharma, and the Dharma is peaceful, it's kind, it's supportive, it's nurturing. And so speaking is a great way to, or mindfully speaking is a great way to practice your Dharma as well. Perhaps you would like to take some classes to strengthen your Dharma practice as well. We have several, and they're all free. Right? We've got a Resiliency Plus course. We've got a brand new one, our Ethics course, making ethical and mindful decisions. Right? They're all self-paced, and you can join us for any one of them. Those are a great way to practice the Dharma because we include the Dhammapada, the Four Noble Truths, the Noble Eightfold Path, and so forth, into all of those courses. And they give you practical scenarios or situations in which scenarios that you have encountered in your life already. And how to navigate them with a Dharma-centered and an open Dharma heart. And if you can, another way to strengthen your Dharma practice is to maybe attend an in-person Sangha, right? Maybe you do have a temple near you or a pagoda, right? You're always welcome there. It's like going to a church, right? You're always welcome. Doesn't matter where you go. Just go in. Go into those temples or pagodas. The monks would be delighted to see you and delighted to help you in your practice. And asking questions, right? Ask questions. You can ask the monks the questions. You can ask me questions. Right? We're all here to support you in this wonderful journey, in your new way to nurture your body and your mind and your Dharma practice. Right? And again, there's so many free resources out there, right? Including time with me. You can always find some time and schedule it with me. There's no charge. How do you charge to help someone? I like to do it because it's how I give back. It's part of my Dharma practice, giving back, generosity. So take advantage of them if you can. Right? Whether it's with me or another temple or a pagoda or a monastery. I'm sure you can find one near your local town or maybe even a little bit away. They would love to see you. We would love to see you too. Well, I hope you found this helpful and nurturing and informative to your Dharma practice. You know, how to start it and how to begin walking that path. It's a wonderful and rewarding and nurturing path that you will enjoy. So some of our upcoming events: Founders Day on March 5th, right? My birthday, fancy way of saying my birthday. So we'll be celebrating my birthday, Founders Day. Our next Dharma talk will be that Monday evening, right? March 5th. Right? So Monday evening, March 5th, or March 6th, I apologize. So March 5th, that's Founders Day. March 6th, that's our next Dharma talk. And part of those free resources that I mentioned, those sanghas, our weekly sanghas. Come join us. Right? We've got a healing sangha, our veterans sangha, new beginning sangha, rainbow sangha, our welcoming sangha, and our teen sangha. Teens need it. Such a need for our youth, our teenagers too, to develop that positivity, that mental health. So many are struggling. So if you know any that are having a difficult time, invite them to join us. And also our Cambodian retreat, our mindfulness meditation retreat in Cambodia is coming up in June. So be sure to sign up for that as well on our website. And if you do like what you see and hear during our Dharma talks and guided meditation and our resources, we appreciate you coming. And it's always a blessing to have you all sit with us on these joyful evenings, helping everybody. We appreciate you. Take care, my friends, and we will see you again.